And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And for Houston, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet and Thompson. And it's KD in at the small forward. We got minutes, we got rotations. These elements, Greg, are very much in the works at this time of the season.
And I tell you, a hot streak from a role player might earn them a starting spot. And further success can really shake things up. Giving everyone a fair chance is key.
So good at playing through contact. The body control that Cunningham possesses is impressive.
Thompson right side. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now, here's Ivy. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Durant. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Just working his way inside there. Durant so good at just finding his shot all over the court.
Here is Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Van Vliet. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul.
And he quickly picks up his first foul. That's something to be aware of.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Cunningham finds Thompson. Duren sets the screen for Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here.
And look at how focused Van Vliet is on D, not allowing the shooter any space.
Pass to Durant. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. That 3 off the mark. Harris with it. Guarded now by Durant. And it's good. 2 points.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Smith with a screen on Thompson. Shot on the wing. Duren pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The shot by Ivy, no good. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Rockets. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
Well, they're a great team, but you're going to lose a few, especially going up against a team you don't know that well.
On defense, the Pistons, after the made shot from KD. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. Outside Durant, lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Detroit. And now that we are witnessing the tail end of Kevin Durant's illustrious career, Tim, talk about his legacy.
Well, Kevin, without question, this is one of the all-time greats. Arguably the most effortless scorer the game has ever seen. Quite simply, he is one of one. He powers through size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. He can't hit that time. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Fires from 14. The shot by Ivy, no good. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, nothing bothers coaches more than turnovers. I'm sure it was not quiet in that post-game locker room.
And that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
Ivy with a screen for Cunningham. That one doesn't go.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And there it is for him. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Pistons trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Thompson against Ivy. Fires from the wing. Rockets with the rebound. Smith finds Van Vliet. Şengün with a screen on Ivy. Here's Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. Great defense that time from Duren. For Detroit, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, he is not afraid to mix it up inside. Cunningham fighting for a basket there.
Rockets leading by 3. Van Vliet outside. Out to Smith. And here's KD for 3. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Ivy. Here's Duren. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Kevin Durant.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. And it's tied up with that one. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons, looking to build on last season's breakthrough. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said Cade Cunningham's leadership makes his job easier. And all that aside, Bickerstaff said their fierce style is key. Adding, win or lose, we win the fight.
Not a team to be taken lightly. Thanks a lot, Shams. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. Fred VanVleet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on them, but adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Back over to you, Kevin.
They love his disposition. Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, here's Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Van Vliet. Cunningham against Van Vliet. Shoots a fader. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. Rockets have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. KD on the wing. Hits the 3-point bomb. Durant's got 12 in the game.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Ivy passes to Duren. Cunningham outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And Thompson gets it to go. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead. Detroit's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And Harris wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Ivy with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Duren the pass to Harris. Thompson sets the pick for Harris. It's deflected. Durant with the steal. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone.
And look at Durant using that long stride to stay out ahead on the break.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with them. A new lineup here for Houston. Detroit also making some changes. Holland, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Robinson is subbed in for Asar Thompson. Pistons trail by 7. Now Ivy hasn't made one yet. Pass to Duren to halt the run, and it's good on the layup.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Rockets leading by 5. Here's Shepard. Picked by Finney-Smith. Shepard with the ball. Pass to Capella. It's blocked. Robinson with it. Picked up by Shepard. Robinson kicks to Holland. Ivy, no one around him. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duren.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson, how he performed last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
Here's Shepard. Ivy defending, and it's Shepard missing. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 5. And Holland gets it to go.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Holiday against Cunningham. Pass to Eason. Capella with a screen on Robinson. Here's Eason. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Rockets lead by 5.
I mean, no one really near him, but still he's able to knock down the off-balance shot.
1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Off target from outside.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making shots or find another way to help his team. Well, I'm not sure how you're supposed to defend that. Beautiful turnaround, Jay.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Robinson for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 3rd assist on the night. Houston leading by 4. Now here is Holiday. Holiday sets the pick for Eason. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Shepard. The 3. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And he knows how deadly he can be off the dribble. I like the assertiveness Cunningham showed right there.
Here's Shepard. Ivy defending. Shepard, the pass to Eason. Over Robinson. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Rockets lead by 1. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
They've disrupted the offensive flow, and they are making things miserable for any ball handler.
The Rockets leading. They've got Clint Capella. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Davison in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's just the case of LeVert wanting it more. The wing playing with some heart there, taking those 2 points.
Houston making a switch here. Okogie's checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Quintman's checked in. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
And here's LeVert. Pass to Holland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set the screen. No good on the 3. Rockets trail. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Easton passes to Şengün. Holland with the rebound. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Bulls. Robinson for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And for the Rockets, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Tim, what a ride it's been for sharpshooter Duncan Robinson.
Well, there is no doubt about it, Kevin. He's the only player ever to take part in both a men's Division III and Division I championship game. Then after going undrafted, he goes on to start in the NBA Finals. He has really come a long way.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Robinson passes to LeVert. Pass to Holland. And here's Stewart. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Easton passes to Okogie. The 3-pointer, no good. For Detroit, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. Robinson's gone 1 of 3 on the night. And there's the drive. Now Easton. Rebounded by Clinton. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Tate, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. Marcus Sasser's checked in for the Pistons. Pass to LeVert. Now here is Robinson. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Robinson's got the lead up to 2 now for Detroit.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Robinson's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. Back to Tate. Down low. Here's Eason. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's LeVert on the wing. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. They get it again. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Bulls in Chicago. Eason against LeVert. Clock at 6. There's the pick. Into the lane. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Pistons lead by 2.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bounce pass Tate. Capella kicks to Tate. Pass to Eason. Shot clock at 5. Houston needs to get a shot off. Finney-Smith. It's good from long range. Finney-Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Sasser. Scoreless thus far. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Eason. Lays it up off the glass. And it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
For Detroit, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Tate with the rebound. Rockets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Fades and shoots. LeVert grabs the miss. Pistons trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Eason. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Şengün. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Pistons shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Rockets leading by 3. Tate with the ball. Eason passes to Şengün. Again, Şengün missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And it's LeVert missing.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Here's Tate. That shot off. Great D that time from LeVert. Pistons trail by 3. Pass to Sasser. Here's Holland. Now here's LeVert. They could use a bucket. It's rebounded by Şengün. Now here's Tate. Defense right on him. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Kevin Durant comes in for Clint Capella. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Tate. And a different look here for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser. For 3, Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. KD's got 17.
Really like how Durant is playing tonight. Going for his. This guy is just so unreal.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So for the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Tari Eason. And Detroit with a change here too. Ivy's checked in. And here's Harris from the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
Durant against Thompson. Over Thompson. In close. Durant gets the bucket.
Anywhere Durant can find a shot, he can make a shot. That certainly includes the mid-range.
Pass to Harris. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
First one falls for him. And after years of disappointment, the Pistons, Tim, finally seem to have put it together.
And I think the key for them has been blending in the right amount of veteran leadership with their emerging young players. And I'll tell you what, this team still has a lot more upside.
And so Van Vliet nails both of them. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to KD. Back to Van Vliet. Nifty move. Detroit with the rebound. Duran's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Harris passes to Duran. Back to Harris. And Thompson sends it back. Here's Ivy. Good on the triple. Ivy's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Van Vliet with a screen on Thompson. And that one's good. Durant's got 21.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
The Pistons working the ball around now. And Thompson kicks to Ivy. Cunningham on the wing. Offline with his 3. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Thompson. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit, there's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
Now here's Van Vliet. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Pass to Capella. 6 to shoot. KD passes to Van Vliet. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
And hard to defend that any better. Sometimes Van Vliet is just going to score no matter what.
Now Thompson, defended by Durant. And here is Durant. He's got 9. Here's Cunningham. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Van Vliet picks one up.
When Cunningham gets inside and plays with force, good things tend to happen.
You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21, last season his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
And he makes the first. You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skill.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself. And that is the difference.
Tari Eason's checked in for Capella. No good on the second free throw.
And what you respect about Cade Cunningham is that he puts his team on his back. He does everything he can to deliver whatever they need.
Pass to Thompson. Over in the corner, Cunningham. 44 seconds left in the first half. From the wing. Rockets with the rebound. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And the dunk by Eason.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
.26 seconds left to play here in the half. Van Vliet against Cunningham. Five to shoot. Thompson in the corner. Misses the three.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And so it's Houston going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Thanks, guys. Clint, an outstanding first half for this team at the defensive end of the floor. What was the key?
Just be consistent. Defensive rebounding was one of our keys tonight, and it's just the start. So we're going to try to stay locked in on it. We know this is our key in our transition to make a stop here and run. So we're just going to keep going.
Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Houston Rockets.
They've had a lot of success in transition, running for their lives like a turkey in November. Bark, bark, bark.
I don't know that that's a great comparison or a good turkey sound effect. Neither is that. Moving on, in our game, here are the top performers so far.
We've been tracking these two all along. The way these guys are leading their teams, impressive.
Yes, the way it's gone, whichever of these two can keep it up in the second half, his team's coming out with the W.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. The wing pair we'll see going is going to be Ivy and Thompson. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. And it's Cunningham in at the point. Pistons trail by 10. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys?
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Van Vliet. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Van Vliet kicks to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Cunningham. And it's sent back by PD.
And how about the reach of Durant? A terrific job of having that on display defensively.
On the wing, Thompson. Off target from three-point range. Pistons trail by 10. In the corner, Ivy with it. Cunningham outside. Inside. In the corner, it's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Now Kevin Durant. He's got 23. Thompson inside the line. It's hauled in by Harris. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Ivy.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Cade Cunningham. Last season, he played outstanding, putting in about 26 points per, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he does a great job of just attacking the glass, really determined to track it down.
Well, he understands his role. He's one of their enforcers, but he also helps them win the battle of possessions.
Now here's Van Vliet. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, it takes an intelligent player to match up with bigger guys and win. Fred VanVleet is that player. He can outsmart guys who have, on paper, the advantage.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
And let's take a look now on Thompson's numbers.
Coming off a terrific season, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And as you said, one of the more efficient scorers in the league last season. He showed great shot selection, terrific efficiency, and more often than not, he got it in there. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Harris passes to Duren. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, he's had it rolling all night. He just hasn't had enough support to give them the lead.
Jalen Duren is certainly a force, Tim, in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher. And, yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Now here's Thompson. Clock at 4. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
Van Vliet passes to Şengün. To the inside, stolen by Thompson. Pass to Harris. And it's sent back by PD. Out to Smith. It's stolen by Duren. And here's Harris from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Harris has got 8.
And really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
Now here's Durant. He's got 23. Van Vliet with a screen on Thompson. Van Vliet outside. KD against Thompson. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. 8-point game. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Rockets, number 1.
They had such a strong presence in the paint, just a physical team. They dominated the interior in terms of rebounding.
Ivy finds Thompson. Back to Ivy. On the wing, Thompson. 5 to shoot. Duren sets the screen for Thompson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. A defensive tone setter. That's Asar Thompson. He shadows his man with relentless determination. But his game right before us, Tim, don't you think, is expanding in every way?
Oh, he's got immeasurable impact defensively. Blocks, steals, deflections. Always a disruptor. He's still a little bit foul prone, but I think as he starts to get a reputation in this league as an elite defender, he is going to be scary.
That free throw good from Thompson. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy.
Smith with the size and lift to elevate above the crowd and knock down jumpers when he gets to his spot.
Thompson, a screen on Van Vliet. It's Cunningham with the drive. Yes, that goes in. Cunningham's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Van Vliet kicks to Şengün. Thompson against Durant. Here's Şengün. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. That's a 2 from Smith. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Great defense that time from Şengün. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The Rockets again can't hit. Pistons trail by 7 to the paint. Here's Harris. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
The first free throw is good.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
For the Rockets, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Smith. And Tari Eason subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Karis LeVert's checked in for Detroit. And he makes the first but misses the second. Houston leading by 6. And Thompson kicks to Şengün. Şengün with the screen for KD. Back to Şengün. Stolen by LeVert. Thompson in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Pistons working now with the new shot clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Duran the pass to LeVert. Duran with the screen on Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Duran. Stolen by Durant. To the middle. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Pistons. Trailing here by 8. Thompson outside. Back to LeVert for 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Thompson passes to KD. Back to Thompson. In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. 5 on the clock. Pass to Şengün. Shoots over Duran. Şengün with the bucket. Şengün's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets.
And give Şengün credit for getting a shot off in time there. Nice work.
And here is Duran. Here's Ivy. Out to Thompson. Tries a 3. No good there. Houston leading by 10. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Pass to Harris. And here is Duran. He's covered by Eason. For 3, Harris. It's rebounded by Houston. To the left side wing. From past the arc. Shot by Eason. No good. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
So both teams changing it up here. Pistons trail by 9. LeVert with it. Left side, Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
And you like how physical Harris can get inside, always looking to initiate contact on offense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And after not a single trip to the line in the first half, he's starting to get the whistle now.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Houston leading by 7. Pass to Capella. Now Eason. Capella trying to free himself up. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Capella's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Here's Harris. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Back to Capella. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Detroit. Cunningham comes in for Ivy. A minute 50 left to play in the third.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
You know, Tim, regardless of where he's played, Caris LeVert has always found a role.
Well, there's a lot to like, Kevin. He can defend as well as create offensively, and that means he's going to be in your rotation.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. LeVert hits both of them.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's Eason. 8 points for him. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Cunningham. 1:19 left to play here in the third. Pistons passing it around. Robinson on the wing. Finney Smith defending.
Now taking a look at some stats for Caris LeVert. Last season's performance for him. He averaged about 12 points per game last year. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
And that one falls for Robinson. Robinson hits them both. 1:07 left in the third quarter. Here's Davison. Here's Green. Shoots over Holland. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Pass to Cunningham. Back to LeVert. And that one is stuffed right through.
At 6'6", Cunningham is one of the taller point guards. It allows him to see the floor so well.
46 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Capella, guarded by Stewart. Sweet move, and Capella with a nice bucket inside. Capella's got 4 this quarter.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Stewart a screen. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Stewart's got his first points of the night.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Now Eason. He's got 10. Picked by Finney-Smith. 1 second left. The third quarter comes to a close. The Rockets on top, leading by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. We've got Alperon Şengün. He's out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Tari Eason is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Holiday in at the 1. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cunningham. And the shot no good, a bit short. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Houston Rockets. And Holiday kicks to Şengün. The kick out to Holiday. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Holiday's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Rockets. Pass to Holland. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Cunningham. And he banks in the layup.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
Rockets leading by 6. Now here is Holiday. In the corner, it's Capella. Pass to Finney-Smith. Fires from deep. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Holland. Here's the 3. Eason grabs the board.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
And Holland gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Rockets with possession here. They lead by 7. Pass to Eason. Holiday sets the pick for Eason. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Stewart a screen. Deep 2 from Robinson. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Outside Holiday. And here is Capella. Just 5 on the clock. Şengün finds Eason. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Karis LeVert.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
And the Rockets making a change here. Durant's checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Duran, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's Holland. Inside. And Duran slams it in.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Rockets leading by 10. Outside, KD. Lets a floater go. Physical defense. And KD does not flinch.
No one is stopping that shot. Durant with the teardrop. There's just no way to defend that.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Outside, Robinson. No good from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Going up high, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, taking the hit there, Durant, so hard to stop.
Here is Cunningham. There's the drive. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he plays with incredible determination. Want to is a skill, and he has it.
LeVert with a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Houston leading by 11. KD with it. Pass to Capella. 6 to shoot. Over Cunningham. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. 29 points for KD.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Here's Holland. Robinson on the wing. Cunningham against KD. A three ball. It's rebounded by Şengün.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from three. Only had that one in the first half.
There's the three. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Durant, the pass to Finney-Smith. Eason against Robinson. This one for three. Şengün, no good.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
One shot.
And that one falls for Robinson. Houston making some changes. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Clint Capella. Thompson comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Then for the Pistons, Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. And it's Thompson in for Karis LeVert. Now here is Harris. to Cunningham. Pass to Robinson. From deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Van Vliet kicks to Şengün. Here is Durant. Durant uses his size in close.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Now Cunningham. Pass to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. Now Şengün. Rocket 6. Good. Şengün's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets.
Well, whatever his coach said to him at halftime, he heard it.
Now, here's Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Van Vliet. Out to Harris. Goes up the baseline. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Thompson. Oh, that's offensive interference. And the Pistons making a change here. Ivy's checked in. Pistons trail by 14. And stolen by Thompson. And they're running. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Detroit's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And it's Smith penetrating. And then Smith with the dunk.
And although 6'10", Smith possesses incredible agility. He is going to be a terror on the attack.
Duran with a screen on Van Vliet. Cunningham against Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. Cunningham fires. He's off from 3.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
You deliver the hammer!
What a finish!
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here's Thompson. Off the glass.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Rockets leading by 16. Van Vliet outside. Now Durant. Strong move off the glass.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Yeah, easy call.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Durham. That one is no good.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Fred VanVleet bangs home the trifecta. And the Rockets lead by 20.
And count on VanVleet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Duran high post. Pass to Ivy. Shot clock at 6. Detroit, no good that time either. Houston leading by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
And watching that last game, you could see the comfort zone he got into, just filling it up from all of the spots he loves.
Here's KD. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Cunningham pulls it down. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. It's an 18-point game. Knocks down the 3.
If it's not here, don't give it in the trouble. Please check. Let's do it. All right, man.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Fred, no surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.